I'm not sure if I want to run the open mic and use the soundboard.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting race in our Zelda Max Rando tournament. I am Jinxie Girl here, getting your restream all set up, but things are not looking promising at the moment. So I will be right back. I'm going to get this underway so we can get a move on. Okay, and we will be underway here shortly. Our runners are just getting ready to go. And joining comms tonight is Frico. I believe Jackamus is going to show up at some point, but hasn't made it here just yet. So we're going to go find him, and you guys enjoy the race in the meantime. Looks like we are just going to be starting with the rap and the flute. So far, I did not get a chance to catch what our Gemini was. I think I'm just going to be doing solo comms today. I'm not sure what's happening with jkoper here. Let me try and refresh the screen. Let's see if that helps. Hey, there we go. So our only spell that we started off here is Shield, but I'm sure we'll be getting more here soon as RoseCitySaint is going to take a dive into Death Mountain. Besides, maybe not today.
Oh, that shield spell's in the old Kasudo slot, so well, we could have some issues with the trophy medicine and or child being required.
They're pausing way too fast. I think it's 0 gems, but I have not had a good look at it, and I don't want to put the wrong number. It's 0 for sure. Awesome. So that means it's going to be super trolly and crazy.
So that removes reflect from the equation.
Looks like jkoper grabbing medicine.
I think this thing might actually start working now.
Marcia is picking up his mirror to get the free spell here. I have forgotten the names of the villages. It has been a long time since I've commentated, so everybody just bear with me. jkoper's going to go ahead and sell east.
RoseCitySaint picking up a spell.
Yeah, that's Reflect.
Well, that would be a great spell to have if we actually had any reason to go and defeat Karok in Palace 4.
Yeah, they are definitely going to have to kill some enemies for levels. Gems are not going to help them out today.
Yeah, especially when you don't have any to actually place. But jkoper taking a game over on the east side. It would not surprise me to see some diving into palaces just for items.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're going to have to do that at this point. RCS, I believe, is in Medicine Cave. There's an unfortunate death there.
Well, the typical one heart container, you kind of get breathed on and die. Not the best starting point, but RoseCitySaint, aside from a heart container, probably finding the most relevant thing he can, and that's a 500-point P bag. So that'll get him life 4, and I believe attack 3 as well.
Yeah, definitely going to have to worry about leveling up those life levels with only 1 bar of health. Did start with that shield spell, but unfortunately that's not going to do too much in helping jkoper about to pick up his Reflect spell as RCS is going through a pass-through, or was coming out of Medicine Cave, I think, yeah.
Yeah, he found a 500-point P bag in there.
Yeah, I apologize about the game audio. I was not expecting to commentate, so usually I'm listening when I'm restreaming so I can get the balances right, so I'm kind of doing it all on the fly. Yes, that is Mirror for Reflect. How ironic. Well, looks like they can cast Reflect already, so that might help damage some of the enemies beforehand.
We might see Reflect being cast in a Thunderbird fight, possibly. The only real use of Reflect is to make the shield a little stronger. jkoper picking up a 500-point P bag, so we'll see what he ends up doing with it. And it looks like, he thought about it, taking life 4, and then just getting out of there. So,
it's spell that will damage enemies, is it not?
Spell turns them into bots, the little blue blobs. Thunder is, I believe, the spell you are referring to.
Yeah, I know Thunder is pretty powerful, but I've seen runners use spell, especially when it's linked to fire in some of their combats.
Well, the spell, as I said, will change enemies into the little blue blobs.
There's boots for RCS.
Well, a little water walking never hurt anybody. jkoper looked to be, checking Death Mountain right quick and then deciding, not interested. Now the question is, does he want to try to... No, he up and A'd, reset his lives. jkoper then getting out of the palace, deciding, no thanks. Not even going to check the Iron Golem, which is... could give him a... Did I just see a raft in the middle of the land spots for RoseCitySaint? Interesting interaction on that side of things.
Yeah, very odd.
Well, jkoper just became a lot more interested in diving into a palace. I am fairly certain this is 2. So we may have a glove block, and oh boy. Iron Knuckle? Ew.
Yeah, there are a lot of unforgiving enemies here in this dungeon.
Well, it is a randomizer, so you may get favorable enemies and not so favorable enemies.
Especially in a max rando, where you're starting with 1 heart.
Yeah, very true. I was actually surprised jkoper was able to get through... Oh no, getting clipped by a MOA right at the end of that particular screen. What a shame. Definitely an item hunt on jkoper's side of things. Not entirely sure what he's looking for, but looking for something.
DH is strong with the puns tonight. You should come on commentary strong. Because I'm just going to embarrass myself.
Like I don't?
No, you at least have a pretty good knowledge of the game.
Well, at least I've gotten someone into thinking that. It's alright. You just have to, be one with your spirit animal. And the NPCs say it, so you can too. I know nothing.
Right. I do know that jkoper has found Trophy Cave. And it's another P bag. I believe RCS had already found this cave as well.
Now, I'm actually getting a little concerned with the frequency of 500-point P-bags showing up. Because when we have an item removed from the item pool, which could be a heart container in this example, they're replaced with 500-point P-bags. So the more 500-point P-bags we find, the less likely we are to find another heart container.
Yeah, Barba has a 500-point P-bag as well.
So we know Palace 6 is going to be a waste of time for our runners.
It's good knowledge to have. I don't believe jkoper got that information. He does, however, now have the boots.
I believe jkoper did get that hint, but I doubt it'll come down to having to dive into Palace 6 or not for an item either way. Palace 6, along with Palace 5, are two of the longer dungeons, and we're not really interested in diving into them under any circumstances if we could help it.
There's no Wi-Fi here. And we have the fire spell, so we will get to see if that is linked to anything.
I'm somewhat surprised RoseCitySaint isn't just testing the fire spell to see what exactly it is. Nor is he interested in the raft spot presently. jkoper back over to the east side. Well, looks like Rose City about facing, and the raft spot a little more appealing this time. No. Gonna use his boots and travel south along a path only accessible by the boots.
Ooh, it takes us to Death Mountain. Although Death Mountain exploration with the boots makes it a lot more tolerable, I feel like.
Yes and no. If you can find an early hammer cave, whoa.
That's thunder.
Yes, it is.
Oh my. That makes the 1 heart container a little more palatable now.
Yeah, that removes one of the major issues if we do have a Thunderbird in the way. Well, now we can cast Thunder. jkoper I'm not sure if he has the fire spell yet.
No, he has not turned in that medicine yet. Or no. What's since... I don't know.
Oh, RoseCitySaint, well, this old man liked to buy a vowel.
Very. RCS getting all of the big ticket spells here.
Yeah, looking to pick up a hint, but unfortunately, the child there knows nothing. So, RoseCitySaint gonna figure out this is Palace 2. Doesn't seem too interested. Let's see where RoseCitySaint ends up here. Ooh, casting a spell to actually light up the room so we can see what was there.
So yeah, so turning in our medicine did give us that fire spell, which is linked to reflect.
Negative. Thunder.
Thunder. Yeah. We already had reflect. Sorry. I'm getting there.
That's all right.
I didn't get a chance to see what town he was in, though, that he got the fairy spell. I'm assuming it was Raruru, because we don't have the trophy yet.
The spells are slotted into what town they come from. So the first spell slot is fairy, so it would be the first town in the vanilla game.
Oh, okay.
And the bottom slot is Old Kasuto, the one above that, New Kasuto. jkoper actually removing the River Devil. Nice long passage here. May actually have a River Devil blocking a useful part of the game out.
Oh, there's our hammer.
Yeah, so the River Devil might actually have been blocking away the hammer. This is...
Yeah, fortunately we started with that flute, so you have to think that maybe that would be required-ish. At least it's nice to see a useful River Devil.
Well, so far it's given us the hammer. I'm not sure if we're just going to see another item cave on jkoper's side. Oh, getting bopped by a Moa right at the end. Damn, what a shame.
Those Moas have not been very nice to jkoper.
Well, they're just kind of floating around and invisible until you get the cross, and... well, oh, we get bopped right at the end again. So it looks like jkoper finding the Maze Island entryway.
Yeah, this is 2 quick items. You know, I definitely would give it a look.
Well, it'll also tell him if this is the palace that he's looking for. The race, I believe, between Buzz Thunder and Trails a few days ago. Or was it yesterday? Yeah, it was Monday. Came down to finding the Great Palace in Maze Island after going everywhere else.
Did he pick up something in Maze Island? I saw him fall, but I didn't see him pick up anything.
No, he was not interested in picking up the item, and he's found the glove.
That's interesting. Oh, he had no health. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Play it safe.
So
jkoper just finding Really nothing exciting. I believe we picked up a 1-up doll so far over here on the east. jkoper is going right on into GP.
Well, he's got the glove, so he can't be glove blocked.
Yeah.
He's got down stab. I don't know if he has up stab. The only thing that may be gating him is a Thunderbird. If he does not have fire, then he's kind of up the creek, as it were. But you never know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did not pick that up.
I mean, if he opens up his spell list, we'll be able to see if he has it or not. But I would think that he would be using it instead of shield right now. The King Bot giving him a little bit of grief here.
Oh man, attack 2 in GP. That just hurts my soul.
Well, it's not so bad against Dark Link, so long as he doesn't just like flying elbow drop you and just jump on top of you, which he does do from time to time.
There's Thunderbird.
Oh no, that's a Thunderbird. So jkoper, yeah, let's detour. So RoseCitySaint, he doesn't know it yet, but he needs to get to Maze Island and pronto. For those of you that do not know, this is an elimination match. I believe the winner of this match will move on in the loser's bracket to take on the winner of Nightcrawler and Paratroopa 1, who will be having a go at it Saturday, I believe.
I am going to be really disappointed if this is a 20-minute race.
I don't think it will be. I would estimate it to be a little longer, but not much. A 0 gem seed, you're really looking for Thunder Glove, up and down stab. That's really what you absolutely need to have and be able to use to get to the end of the game, potentially.
Yeah, RCS being able to use the Fire Thunder is picking up some major points. He's already up to attack 4. So definitely going to have a little bit easier time dealing with some of the bosses. We're not sure. I believe it's a full GP, but you never know with Max Rando.
Well, with Max Rando, you could literally go down the elevator, go to the right, and Dark Link will be right there. Even if it's a full GP, it could just decide, okay, well, this is how I'm going to set the room, so... it's not like a regular rando where you could set it to a long or a short GP where it removes some of the rooms. Well, even then, it could just decide, okay, I'm going to put the Dark Link room right there. RoseCitySaint finding 3-eyed rock, along other things, and jkoper getting mauled by some angry chickens. So RoseCitySaint gonna check 3-eyed rock, but we already know it's not the Great Palace. It is instead Palace 4. Pick up a red jar and be on his merry way. Oh. He's actually gonna try to roast some Moa for picking up this level here, so...
Yeah, he's so close. Oh,
get
him a free guy.
Oh no.
There, now he got it.
And so now to see if fire will actually reduce itself in cost. It is one of the cheaper spells, but it won't really do any good until he's able to cast it twice without taking a death. jkoper.
He can do 4 shots of fire with a full magic bar.
Did it just go down to like 16?
15.
Oh my. So RoseCitySaint might well end up snatching victory from the jaws of defeat here. jkoper into the Great Palace, but encountering Thunderbird plus a few other things that he can't get through. jkoper finding the trophy as his second item.
That might get him to head back to the west where he can pick up that fire and fairy spell, though.
I believe the fire spell was gated behind the medicine.
He has it. Yeah, he picked up the medicine before RCS did. It looks like the life spell for RCS as well. That's going to be kind of helpful, but at 39, that's going to take some of his thunder power away if he has to use it.
Well, if RoseCitySaint has to resort
Fires
to,
in Mito.
if it comes down to RoseCitySaint having to use a life spell, I think he's pretty much already screwed, because just about anything in the Great Palace is going to do a full block of damage to him. So when it comes to the Thunderbird fight, since we know it's there, it may not be completely in the way, but we know it's there.
Oh, spell
for jkoper
on
with
the
the
trophy.
So that may bring him to New Kasuto, which is in the Eastern Continent. RoseCitySaint on to Maze Island. Oh, he's doping out. Yes, he did.
Maybe he's just checking that.
Alright, so RoseCitySaint.
They already had downstabs, so he kind of like checked in Mito and peaced out. He found Mito before he found the medicine.
Yeah, you need the medicine to get the spell in Mito, and they started with the downstab already. So there was no reason to really go into Mito to any useful degree. But RoseCitySaint finding the glove, so that should be everything he needs at this point. I don't think he's going to waste his time exploring Maze Island any further. This should send him straight to the palace, which I'm very certain he has deduced is the Great Palace. So, just short of 27 minutes in, I think this is going to be our full assault on the Great Palace by RoseCitySaint.
Excuse me, just 1 second.
jkoper at this point still searching for the fire spell, which unfortunately is going to be his potential downfall in this tournament. Oh, and jkoper going into Palace 2. I cannot figure out why he would be doing this. But RoseCitySaint, show us what you're made of. Defend that title. Show us this no-hit Thunderbird fight. On attack 4, no less. Oh, RoseCitySaint getting tagged. Oh, what a shame. So RoseCitySaint actually going to up an A out of the fight.
Apologies, I have a little one that's not feeling very well.
Oh, yeah. Definitely better to take care of things that are a little more important than a Z2R race. So,
Well, thank you.
when life happens, I get it.
So did jkoper get any of his required spells, the fairy or the fire thunder?
No, he did not.
Okay. Make sure I have our tracker all up to date.
RoseCitySaint did have a go at Thunderbird. Actually was beaten by the Thunderbird. Chose to up an A. So now he is looking for an alternative path. But I think he will decide to have very little desire to go these alternate routes.
Yeah, I think fairy is going to make it a little bit easier for RCS than it was for jkoper. Not sure why he did that fairy there.
Oh, RoseCitySaint used fairy in the last room to avoid all of the ugly things that were in his way. It is one of the more treacherous rooms.
Oh yeah, but then he used it again and backed out of the room and then came back in again. So he used all his magic there. I'm not sure why.
Maybe just simply a little oopsie, but we'll see. Oh no, the chickens look like they're killing in one hit, and these blue Foca are a real pain in the ass to deal with.
Yeah, this GP is going to be completely unforgiving with one heart container.
And it looks like jkoper back into Great Palace.
Oh my gosh, is it a T-Bird required room?
It could be. RoseCitySaint found a dead end.
Yeah.
I believe there are a total of 4 dead end rooms. And RoseCitySaint finding one of them.
I really can't believe that there are no heart containers in this game. It like hurts my soul. It's like one hit TKO.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate occurrence, but one that's unfortunately been showing up a lot lately. I believe RoseCitySaint was in a match earlier. If memory recalls correctly, I believe it was Jackamus, or potentially the match before that, where both of the runners decided, yeah, no, we're gonna re-roll this one, because it was just an absolutely awful seed where you just could not get started. And of course, it was 1 block of life to start with. But at this point, I believe that option is off the table. Our number 3 and number 4 seeds, respectively, just kind of gonna have a go with it.
Yeah, we have passed that 30-minute mark, so there is no restart now. I mean, I guess unless both of them forfeit.
Well, yeah, that would make for a interesting conclusion. I'm not sure if they would both lose. Whoever forfeits last wins. I don't know. But hopefully it does not come to that. Rose City Saint getting to the angry chicken room that Jackamus had so much trouble with before. Or excuse me, jkoper. jkoper actually into Palace 4 and almost immediately finding Karok.
That was the same for him in Palace 2. When you don't want to find the bosses, they're like, hey.
Yeah.
Well, Rose City Saint doesn't have upstab. Or jump.
Yeah, but you can still kind of momentum yourself up there if you clip it the right way. So Rose City Saint into the Eon room.
I am wondering what jkoper is looking for inside the palace, though.
A heart
I mean,
container?
I guess maybe the child?
A heart container or
Maybe a heart
a magic jar, I would think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, those are going to be your quality of life items at this point.
Yeah, he picked up medicine pretty early, so it is possible he's forgotten that he has it, maybe.
Well, he may have checked that he had a down stab and went, oh, well, I have nothing to do in this town. And of course, you know, that's going to end up being his downfall. Rose City Saint finding a second dead-end room at the end of the Eon drop. So that pretty much forces him to the Eon drop. Oh no, Rose City Saint...
Shield saved him from taking a death there. Oh no!
Oh, when you gotta get to the elevator first. Oh, to evade the angry chickens. Alright, so Rose City Saint was hoping a magic jar would show up, but instead getting angry chicken. Alright, there we go. City Saint using the life spell to restore his life. And it looks like he's going to have a couple uses of fire, which are linked to thunder. It's entirely possible Rose City Saint might be able to get another level here, but we're running out of rooms in the Great Palace. A couple more dead ends, but let's see if Rose City Saint elevators before, yeah, gonna elevator down to the ferry room, not interested in them going left.
Yeah, this is a very interesting change.
Oh, and it's not only because we only have one heart container to work with. These enemies are just brutal. Oh, and Rose City Saint finding his way to Dark Link, so Thunderbird not required. jkoper, unfortunately, going to be knocked out of the tournament if Rose City Saint's able to survive this Dark Link fight.
I mean, one heart, you gotta be careful, because, I mean, typically this isn't a bad fight until it is.
Well, it's a matter of Dark Link jumping forward, which he did not. So Rose City Saint claiming victory.
Wow. On 1 heart. Get your GGs in chat. That was amazing.
Yeah, so unfortunately for jkoper, that is going to be the end of his run in this tournament. Believe he is going to end up in a tie with the loser of Nightcrawler and Paratroopa 1 for that 5th, 6th place distinction. RoseCitySaint, I believe his time 38 minutes 44 seconds. And we'll see if jkoper soldiers on through or if he just decides to call it a day. And it looks like he got the bad news and then just kind of, I may as well just try to soldier on through the rest of this seed.
Hello and GGs.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a really tight finish there with the last life and all, and the last sliver of health. But I'm glad Darkling didn't do anything stupid.
Like try to jump off the top rope and elbow you?
Oh, I was waiting for it, and it wouldn't have been the first time that's happened to me on my last life in a race. But yeah, he behaved himself. Just really, like, that seed would have been really, really difficult without Thunderfire. That was its only saving grace. That was a pretty nasty GP with only the 1 heart container.
I would think any GP is going to be nasty with only 1 heart container, to be honest.
Yeah, well, sometimes in Max Rando, you might get a really, short one, no T-Bird required. You might just be able to go, a couple of rooms to the right and get a Dark Link. But this one was not the case at all. This one made you really run the gamut.
I was kind of disappointed. You had to go at Thunderbird, and it actually took you out this time.
Yeah, I didn't really get discouraged by the 1 death I took. I just said, you know what? There's a lot of other ground I can cover faster without having to do this T-Bird fight, so we'll save this for later.
And we're also joined by jkoper. Yes. And, who wants to tell him?
I will, since I'm usually the bearer of bad news. Fire was linked to Thunder, and I believe Fire was the spell you got by turning in the medicine.
Yeah. I wasn't 100% sure whether I had picked up the medicine because I was, distracted at the moment with my thoughts or something. I thought I did, but I wasn't completely sure. So, yeah, I should have gone back and picked that up. That would have been useful. Not at a super, normal Thunderfire type of usefulness level, because it would have been really hard to get magic up to any sort of level where we could deal with that. But, it still would have been good to have, obviously.
If I remember
you
correctly,
dove Great Palace on attack 2. That was incredible. That was gutsy, and I was upset because I really didn't want this race to end at 20 minutes. And just watching you both go with 1 heart container, I mean, that's brutal. And you guys, it was a fantastic match to watch. I definitely am super excited that I got to restream this and commentate it. It was really, really a great match to watch.
Yeah, this was a good example of what Max Rando can be, where the seed itself is free, but then you're forced into a GP early with, inadequate levels, inadequate magic and heart containers, and the whole challenge of the seed comes down to slinking through GP, and that's sort of the category that this one fits in.
I mean, there's not a lot of slinking to do when you have Thunderfire, though, and 4 lives to work with. That's unless GP was much longer than I expect that it was.
It was pretty long.
It was pretty long. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
like
you're right. Thunderfire sort of takes some of the insanity out of it, but it was still I was getting one-shotted by blue Bird Knights, and you required 2 casts of fire to kill them, and so I took a couple of deaths just trying to be a little too cute about it. So yeah, there was still some strategy involved despite the Thunderfire.
Okay, I didn't even see any Bluebird Knights, so I guess I didn't get that deep in. I don't think it was possible. I mean, maybe it was possible to get that deep in without the fire, without some sort of better health, but yeah, at like Life 4, everything was one-shotting, even with shield on, basically everything at every significant, crossroads where I had to get through something. There was either the path where the bricks where normally upstab would be helpful, or or there was the other path with the lawn flat room that had the bird knight and the spicy chicken in it. So and then of course there was the Thunderbird path, and none of those were great. So yeah, well, I wish I would have turned in that medicine. It might have been interesting then, but yeah, probably wouldn't have ended up mattering, but who knows.
Yeah, the medicine was sort of right next to the town too. I'm a little surprised if you got the medicine.
Yeah, I was just trying to find GP in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
And then, like I said, I wasn't 100% sure whether I'd picked it up. I actually thought that maybe I picked up the trophy. And then I got the trophy later, and I was like, well, I probably didn't pick up the trophy, but it was probably the medicine. I should have gone back. What I was starting to do in the end was look for, like, Spell Town, because I could have gotten 2 items out of there. But then I was like, I'm going to try to get this item out of Fort. And it was just a P-Bag. I really doubt that there are any hearts in this seed, but maybe.
Yeah, I found my way to Maze Island and got the glove and went into GP. Like, that was one of the, early things that I did in the Eastern continent. I didn't get a chance to explore a whole lot of it. I couldn't do anything in New Kasuto except grab the spell. I really hated the swamp encounters that were in the Eastern continent too. I took a game over despite like having all 4 lives. My first time through, there was an invisible Moa there that would one-shot me, and there's only so much magic you can do.
Yeah, no, I had the same difficulty. So, yeah, I was hoping for a heart container at some point. That didn't happen, but maybe I should have focused more on spells.
Yeah, this could have been a whole different ballgame. I don't know if you heard me tell Jinxie earlier. I was on a last sliver of health on my last life during the Dark Link fight too. If one false move and I have to go all through GP all over again.
Yeah, I mean, you knew the way and everything. You had it at that point. I wasn't heading to GP anytime too soon. I would have been still looking for spells and stuff. So, yeah, you could have game over it probably another time after that still and been okay, I think. But then,
yeah, no, I suppose you're right. But yeah, just that feeling of not knowing, I would have been very discouraged and a little bit tilty if I had to do that. But yeah, you're probably right. Having the knowledge at that point would have still been the difference.
Oh, yeah, I sure wish I would have turned in that medicine. Would have been interesting. But, oh well. Good luck in the rest. Get a little break before you get back up to the Trails and Buzz side of the bracket.
Yes,
I don't want to discredit those opponents too much, meaning that they give you your only loss so far anyway. But
yeah, exactly. My next opponent might be Nightcrawler, who is the one that handed me the loss in the first place. So there could be a revenge game on the horizon.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, man, you're certainly going to be the favorite there, but he's got nothing to lose, so
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and that is the most dangerous opponent, the one with nothing to lose.
All right. Well, thanks, Jinxie, for putting everything together, and thanks, Freako, for hopping in as well.
Oh, anytime.
Very welcome. It's always exciting to be involved in these Max Rando tournaments, especially. They're just always you just never know what's going to happen, and getting to watch, you guys do it, it's wonderful. But unfortunately, it looks like we are not going to have another Max Rando race here until Saturday. Looks like, I think 8 p.m. Eastern is going to be Paratroopa and Nightcrawler, so we're going to do our best to get that on our restream for you guys. But yeah, so I think that's going to do it for tonight. Thanks again to Frico for coming in and calming with me. It was a blast as always, and stay tuned for a lot more of this tournament. It's going to get really, really spicy soon. We have a lot of fantastic runners, so definitely be sure to tune in, support your local runners, and as always, make sure you're taking care of each other and, just stay safe. And we will catch you again soon here on ZSR. Thanks again.